What's going on, YouTube and Facebook? Welcome to Junior and the Big Dog, your favorite father and son duo covering Miami Hurricanes football and sports. What are we, Big Dog? 2 minutes late.
Yes, we are 2 minutes late.
It's Junior's fault. It's Junior's fault.
But
Junior's
late's
fault
late.
today. I know late's late, but hey, man, we're here, baby. We're here.
What do you say, guys? Good evening, everybody. So glad you could spend your Wednesday evening with us. Orange and Green Blood, Jacob Lusk, Jake Bobby, Chug Mo Beer, Hialeah Bread, Mr. HD, Stacy Hall. What do you guys say? Love that you guys could join us, and thank you all of you for being here. And obviously, I know we're going live, I guess, on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're new to us, please, everybody, please hit the like button. It really does help us.
Let's go, Logan, Ben Pratt, maybe Shaq.
And also, if you're new to us, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and press all so you can get notified of all the new videos. And always leave us a comment and stuff like that. We catch up. We try to answer 100% of the comments always. And share and retweet and stuff like that. Do all that good stuff to help us out, and like you guys have, and we're blessed to have you. So,
yeah, what you guys think about the breakdowns, man? It's been a while since Junior Big Dog brought you guys some breakdowns. So, our apologies if we were a little rusty, but we got Derek King and Quincy Roche under the belt. If you guys haven't checked out those breakdowns, please do so. Next up, we're gonna do Keyshawn Smith. Actually, that's already done.
Right.
Actually, I just gotta do my editing on my end and whatnot. So I'll probably be releasing that maybe this weekend. But you guys will get that soon. So that video is already done. And then we're gonna have Isaiah Dunson and Jalen Harrell, and that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for the 2020 recruits and transfers in terms of breaking down film, like me and the Big Dog do.
Yep.
So yeah, man. If you guys haven't checked out those breakdowns that we do, go to our Category 20 playlist. And there you'll find them all. And most recently we did our Quincy Roche and the Derek King.
Yeah.
So yeah. Surprisingly, hey, you know what's crazy? The Derek King wasn't obviously that one wasn't gonna be no ads that were gonna be run on that one because
right
because of the
we don't want to deal with YouTube's crap.
Right, but for some reason Quincy Roche, man, it hasn't been claimed by anybody, which is I think that's the first time that's ever happened to me in the Big Dog where you get some actual college game film and it hasn't been reported yet. So
it's so frustrating because we are the poster boys for abiding by fair use.
Yeah,
we go so far overboard to abide by fair use that it's ridiculous, but yet we can't get anybody on YouTube to actually watch the video so they can see. And we got tired of dealing with them, basically. But I'm glad that people did enjoy them. And, and I'm glad I got that.
Hey, Richard, what's up, man? It's been a minute.
What do you say, guys? Eddie the K2, Richie Fletcher.
Got George.
Bergie. Got George here. I'm really glad that we got the Quincy Roche one out because as we mentioned on that video is that people thought that I was not high on the addition of Quincy Roche, and that wasn't the point. But I feel better that now people on tape see what I was saying about Quincy, and in terms of in comparison with Greg Rousseau and with Jalen Phillips. But it's thank you, Ben, and thank all you guys. I'm going through some neck issue and neck in the back of my head, and so we're dealing with it. They're throwing more medications at me, so we'll see what ends up happening. But thank you guys so much for your good wishes and your prayers. And Cohen, this is for you, Cohen. It's all about you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
And I got Cohen praying for me, so I'm gonna be all right.
Big Dog is night and day from where he was last week. So,
oh man, you ain't kidding.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've been able to get some sleep, Big Dog. At least a little bit of rest here and there.
Right. And now with the pills,
your cat naps.
I'm sleeping too much. Yeah, I'm taking
you don't really sleep like a normal human being.
That's true. Unfortunately, that's true.
You've always had weird sleep patterns, but considering
Yeah.
the pain that you're usually going through, it's gotten even worse throughout the year. So
Yeah.
whenever you could get some shut eye, it's like a blessing. Because Big Dog doesn't run on much sleep at all. What's up, Saeed? 912 Kane. What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing, man? Everybody's good. Everybody's family's good. Everybody's whole. I hope so, man. I hope so. You saw Iowa came out and said that they're hopeful that they're going to be playing their opener and at half capacity.
Oh, okay.
Which is something like 40,000 fans. So I don't know. I mean, a little optimistic in my view.
Yeah.
The fan aspect of it. I mean, I just don't. I don't know. I just don't see things moving that quickly. And I don't know, man. Just the whole dynamic of it is what confuses me. Like how exactly are they ultimately going to decide? Because guys, University of Miami has they can have voluntary workouts starting June 1st. Some other schools, I think Michigan was July, if I'm not, or I think Michigan was July. So some other, depending on the region and whatnot, some schools are doing that slowly, offering voluntary workouts to some of the sports in the university where players could come in, and obviously they have their things set in place. Oh, $20 donation from Wesley Shepard, man. Thank you so much, Wesley.
Thank you, Wesley.
Says, love the content as always and glad senior is doing better. Here's my thank you before I head to work overnight life.
Thank you, Wesley.
Man.
Thank you. Be careful out there.
So
as always, thank you for your support, Wesley.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That overnight life. I know what that not anymore. I used to know what that is like, but I had a few overnights. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I saw that come out from Iowa. I think June 1st is gonna be big to see exactly how that goes.
But see, that was my point. I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, and they're turning Hard Rock into a drive-in.
Oh, to a drive-in testing site?
No, like a drive-in, like a movie theater.
Oh,
they are.
They are really?
Yeah, for real.
The thing is, and I mentioned this, like I said, the program we had, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, exactly. That if I would have told people March 8th that the whole country would be on lockdown and all these sports would have been canceled all over the world, people would have said I was crazy. And yet a week later it happened, right? Well, I think when I see these plans and I hear these things, you do have to plan for the future. But as we sit here towards the end of May, we have no idea what July looks like. We have no idea what August looks like. We have no idea what September looks like. So when I hear these plans, whether they be optimistic or pessimistic on both sides, because it doesn't matter, the person that says, oh my God, we're going to be, life is over until we get a vaccine and we're going to stay shut down forever, or the guys that, hey, let's just go, screw this. It's a trumped up, flu, and some things are going to happen. Both of those camps have no idea what the future holds.
Right.
We have no idea what, like I said, what July, what August, what September looks like. So when you hear these plans of saying, well, we hope to play our games with our stadium half capacity, you could come out and say, I hope to play our games with our stadiums overflowing, or say we're not going to play our games and be wrong on both counts because we have no idea what 2 months from now looks like.
Right. But I think fans are getting a little excited because there is some progress. So I think the fact that there are indeed going to be voluntary workouts and whatnot for football teams around the country, I think that's a step in the right direction.
Correct. But my point with that is, let's say you do that, and God forbid there's a breakout 2 days from later.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Workers are shut down. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen. What I'm saying is we don't know that that's not going to happen.
No, yeah.
So when you hear all these long-range plans for the football season and stuff like that, it's awesome. And I like the idea of giving people good news and to have something to look forward to. But at the same time, whether you're being overly optimistic or overly pessimistic, anything that you say about the future 3 months from now, you have no idea what the reality is going to be.
Right.
Because this is all uncharted waters. This is all things that none of us have ever been through. So as awesome as it is to hear all these positive things, and I hope they come about with no hitches and everything, everybody stays healthy, everybody's good. But at the same time, let's not, let's understand that there are plans with contingency plans because we don't know what the future really holds.
Yeah. How much does Dak want now? Is the question. Because what did he turn down? He turned down like
32. I thought it was 32 million is what he turned down.
I mean, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I've never understood the hype on Dak. I mean,
Dak's a above average NFL quarterback, though.
Yeah, okay, but he's not like one of the top five.
I don't put him in the top 5.
Right. So, but he wants to get paid.
Put him in the top dozen.
But he wants to get paid like a top 5 quarterback, though.
I think what happened with Dak is Carson Wentz's contract. I think that's what happened with Dak, is that he feels he deserves Carson Wentz type money, and I think the Eagles overpaid for Wentz.
Of course, they overpaid for Wentz, especially considering his injury concerns. You know,
so
what I'm saying?
Dak is saying
that's a different organization, though. I mean,
that's my point. But that's the thing is what Dak is saying is, well, you gave him that money, and he gets hurt all the time. I've been healthy and been productive also.
Right.
I deserve that same money.
Yeah.
And what the Cowboys are basically saying is, well, because the Eagles overpaid doesn't mean we have to overpay.
Yeah, and that's
and
exactly
everybody universally believes that Carson Wentz was overpaid.
100%. No, if you would have told me that, if you would have, the Carson Wentz before he got hurt, that was looking like an MVP season.
Correct.
Then I would have been like, okay.
Correct.
But we haven't seen that same Carson Wentz.
Nope.
One time.
Nope.
Since he got hurt.
Not since he returned from injury. Now, mind you, his receivers last year was ridiculous. I think I played receiver for him 2 games.
Yeah.
Because what happened last year with their receiving core, I mean, they had Greg Ward, a converted quarterback. They had guys coming in off the street to play receiver because of all the injuries that they had.
Yeah.
So I'll give Wentz a mulligan on that. So that wasn't his fault that they had lack of targets. But at the same time, he hasn't physically looked like the same guy. Now we'll see what happens this year. Because now he's another year removed from that major ACL surgery and stuff.
Yeah.
And usually that's when you're really back to 100%. But that being said, we go back to the Dak thing. I thought the Andy Dalton signing was really interesting. I thought, the fact that the Cowboys went out and got Andy Dalton, I think that's a bit of a message to Dak, like saying, we think we can win without you. Don't think like we feel like you have all the leverage.
They haven't been able to win with Dak. They're not going to win with Andy Dalton.
No, I'm not
sorry.
I'm not saying that they will. What I'm saying is Andy Dalton could do some decent things with the Cowboys, with the talent that the Cowboys have.
I disagree.
I'm not saying he's better than Dak at all. What I'm saying is
Dak hasn't been able to accomplish anything with the Cowboys.
Well, dude, you got to.
Andy Dalton's not going to accomplish anything with the Cowboys.
But listen, the Cowboys' offense last year was tops in the league. It was like number 1 for a good chunk of the season. I don't know where they ended up. Somebody can fact check me, but they ended up definitely top 5 in offense. It was the defense that gave them a problem last year.
Yeah,
so that's the thing. I mean, Dak has progressed.
And that NFC East is weak
to being a good, above average NFL quarterback. Now, does he have room to improve even more to become, a top 5, top 7 guy? I think the talent
It's
is there.
possible. I think it's possible, but he's not there though.
He's not there yet. He's not there yet.
I don't see Dak ever being a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
I wouldn't say that definitively.
I wouldn't.
Because I've seen a lot of improvement in Dak. You got to remember when Dak took over,
maybe he might because I'm down the line. You're not gonna have Drew Brees is not gonna be around anymore.
Brady's gonna be gone.
Obviously, Brady's gonna be gone.
Aaron Rodgers is probably gonna move on.
Yeah, you know what? So yeah, maybe he does have the potential to be a top 5 quarterback.
Could he be in that group with? I'm not saying Mahomes, but with.
I don't think anybody could be in the future. I'm not sure.
Correct. I can't
envision anybody being like Mahomes right now.
Correct. But could he be in that tier of QBs where you have your, I mean, who do you want to put in that group? I'll give you an example. If you were starting a team now, do you want Dak or Goff?
Ooh.
Okay. Now, the answer doesn't matter. The fact that you have to think about it, look at the money that the Rams gave Goff.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I see Dak's ceiling higher than Goff's.
You don't. I understand that a lot of people in here are saying Goff. Hey, the Rams got some talent, man, especially at wide receivers. And Dak really hasn't had. I mean, yeah, he had Coop.
No, he had Amari Cooper, and he has some talent. I mean, he has some talent.
Yeah, but he doesn't have Rams kind of speed and talent on the offense.
And he needed Jason Witten to come back at 112 years old.
Yeah,
to be their tight end.
But I see what you're saying, though. The fact that I have to think about it, and then you look at the money that they gave Goff, I get it. But what did they give? Let me look up Jared Goff's contract.
I think Goff got one that was comparable to Wentz. If I'm not mistaken.
4 year, 134, 110 million guaranteed though.
And how much? 4 years for how much?
For 134.
There you go.
So that's 33 and a half. 33 and
a half per year. So and if you put them side by side.
Yeah, but he already said no to that, didn't he?
I thought it was 32 is what he said no to. Leah Brett says, give me Willie Beeman.
Willie Beeman.
That's and that's also he did win the Super Bowl. I mean, he got him to the Super Bowl, Daryl. So I guess you got to give him that. But if you put those two quarterbacks side by side, Dak has a higher ceiling than Jared Goff. He just does.
Yeah, so he's saying he said no to 34 a year.
Oh, he said no to 34? Okay. Yeah. Now I think he's making a mistake.
Yeah.
He's making a mistake. Because I don't think he'll get more than that on the market.
No. Unless you're
desperate and you think a QB is all you need.
I mean, what other team? Well, unless you're New England.
Yeah, but that's part of New England's secret. Has always been not overpaying players. Yeah, not overpaying for quarterbacks even.
All right, let's jump to some Canes football. They got
Brady
man.
on a discount. Yeah, let's do some Canes football.
I just
Captain
saw here.
Trips with the donations. Thank you so much, Captain Trips. He says, "Who's in a better position to succeed in the NFL, Tua or Herbert?"
Herbert.
Yeah, I would go Herbert. For right now, I definitely go Herbert. San Diego has a lot more weapons than the Dolphins do right now.
Yeah, they do.
Thank you. By the way, thank you so much, Captain Trips. You always supporting the channel, and thank you so much, partner, for the donation.
Absolutely, man.
Slim Shady says, "Screw Dak. Tampa gave Brady 25." Well, first off, thank you, Slim Shady, for the donation. Yeah, I mean, him turning down 34. I think he's getting some bad advice there. I think he's getting some bad advice. That's a tricky question, Captain Trick. Stacey was saying he wants a 4-year deal instead of a 5-year deal so he can get paid again. I mean, listen, I would lock it up at 34 million, you're getting
Well,
and listen,
that is true.
Dak,
Cam is still out there.
no, and Dak has to realize he doesn't want to break the bank, because when you break the bank, then you're stuck with a salary cap issue. And now, what are you going to be? You're going to be one of those guys who puts up numbers, but whose team's not going to ever win a championship because they keep losing players to the cap.
Yeah, but I think you could say, I think that's a decision to be made after your first big payday. Because I disagree with you there. As a quarterback, you need to you have to cash in that first contract.
Dude,
and
really?
Then,
let me ask you a question.
And then, if you want to make those Brady decisions that down the road, and you want to,
I want to win. Absolutely, but hey, Brady's not the one that invented that.
I get
Magic
that.
Magic Johnson did the same thing in basketball all his entire career.
Okay, me personally, if I'm a quarterback, give me that first contract. I'm not getting paid. I'm not going to take a pay cut and wait for the team to build around me. I'm going to go ahead and cash in. I'll be around for 10 years. Don't worry about it. So when I get paid for those 5 years and you guys show me that you're committed to building a team around me, then I'll go ahead and take a pay cut. How about that?
Let me ask you a question. I'll flip it on you. Okay, let's say I'm in Dak Prescott's position. Mm-hmm. If I take less money and allow you to build a great team around me, you don't think I make up that money in endorsements if we're able to win big?
Yeah, but what's more guaranteed, Big Dog? This right in front of your face, or building a team and getting to a Super Bowl?
Yeah, but I get it. But the thing is, this is
Alejandro with a $5 donation.
And thank you also the who was the previous one? Who was the previous one? I want to make sure
it was Slim Shady. It was Slim Shady. Yeah, that. Yeah. He said, "Junior Big Dog, saludos. Got to see you all again live, Big Dog. Time to trim the beard."
Oh, you're not kidding, Alejandro. I gotta trim this up. It's getting. I think I actually had a bird fly out of it this morning. Yeah, I gotta do something about the beard, man. I actually got a call from I go to Sports Clips here nearby, and they called me saying that they were open. I think they just called letting everybody know that they're open.
Oh,
so I gotta do something about the beard.
Yeah, Big Dog makes a point, but they just want as much as upfront as possible. No, I understand Big Dog's point. Like, don't get it twisted. I understand where he's coming from, but man, it's really hard to say no to that much money. Okay,
dude,
and what kind of pay cut are we talking about, Big Dog?
Your life is going to be at 30 million. You're not going to be able to live as well as you do at 34 million a year. I mean, come on,
yeah,
man.
But whatever, that free agent that you want to get, you could say the same thing about him.
But I'm talking about building the team.
Right.
I'm talking about building the team. When you slot that much money for the QB, look at who's finding that out now.
But the salary cap is also going up every single year, Big Dog.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Look at the way quarterbacks are getting paid now compared to the way they were getting paid 5 years ago.
Is Russell Wilson a top 5 quarterback?
Yeah, I think so.
No doubt. I think there's no doubt.
For sure.
Young man's taken his team to the Super Bowl twice.
Yeah.
Okay, won once. Okay. Right. Top 5 QB, hands down. When he got paid, how many Super Bowls has the Seahawks been to since? How many Super Bowls have the Seahawks been serious contenders for?
Okay, Big Dog, but
so Russell Wilson got paid, got his big payday, and now struggles to get to the playoffs, so he can lose in the first or second round. Okay, when the Seahawks had him at a discount, they went to the Super Bowl, blew out the Broncos, and came within one poor decision and one poor play of winning 2 Super Bowls.
Right.
And now, since Russell Wilson got paid, Seahawks have all kinds of issues now with the cap.
I get it. I get it. It's just, to me, man, I don't know. There's a contract you got to cash in on, and that first contract,
there's levels of cashing in, and trying to hold the team hostage for every last penny when you're the QB to me is foolish. It's short-sighted. is short-sighted because what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure. And if you want to look at just a dollars to dollars, winning, being able to win at a high level will give you endorsements and opportunities that will make up for any discount that you give the team.
No, yes, if you indeed get to where you need to get to.
In the case of Russell Wilson, he's already proven he's been there twice.
Okay.
But what happened when he broke the bank? Seahawks haven't been the same since.
Okay, I got something for you. Hold on.
Absolutely. What do you say, Liberty City boy? Baby Shaq said Russell Wilson is a very good example. He got paid and the team went down because they couldn't afford to keep anybody. It's absolutely some shady says the same thing with Aaron Rodgers once he got paid.
Yeah. Okay. Boy, I'm looking up his contract right now. He got his
Russell Wilson?
No, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, okay.
Because there was a time there where what team were they building around Aaron Rodgers necessarily? And it wasn't because he was taking a bunch of money.
He had some help,
it works both ways. Yeah, but you have that kind of caliber of a quarterback.
He got a ring. I mean,
right.
It's not like he didn't get a ring.
But they just
and they had a hell of a defense back then.
Yeah, but I didn't see the same emphasis on trying to build around Aaron Rodgers the way
I don't agree.
The way that Aaron had built around Brady?
Because Brady gave him a discount for 20 years.
I don't know, man.
Now I understand. Listen,
I think it depends on how much of a discount you're talking about. Though.
I understand it's a difference also because Brady has the money that Giselle makes, which is she makes more than he does. Okay, so I get it. So he can afford to give a discount, but you don't think he still ended up making over $200 million in his career.
But that's my point.
If he would have broke the bank, he would have made $250.
That's $50 million.
$300.
That's $50 million, big dog.
You don't think he's made some of that back in endorsement because he's the GOAT?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not saying to cash in on the highest paid contract every single time your contract is up. I'm just saying that when it comes to these quarterbacks, you need to cash in on that first contract because if you don't cash in and you take a discount, you might not be around 2-3 years down the road because you have an injury.
Then get ready to be Russell Wilson.
That's fine. When Russell Wilson's contract is up in a few years, then he could be like, you know what, I'm gonna take a discount.
Who's Russell Wilson's wife? I'm not saying she makes what Giselle makes, but Russell Wilson's wife brings some money too. That's fine, but it's not like
Sierra make no more money.
She doesn't make anywhere near what Giselle makes, but she ain't poor.
She ain't poor. She's because you with Russell Wilson.
She could make $5 million a year, $10 million a year.
Sierra,
as a singer, you can make that as a singer. Okay, but my point is, we're not talking. I'm not talking about these guys giving huge discounts.
So what's a discount to you then? I think that's what we got to talk about.
If I'm Dak,
you're saying give me 20
sign
million.
Me up, give me 5 years for making 150 for 5 years. Give me 30. I'll take 30.
Oh, okay.
I'll take
big
28.
Dog.
I'll take 28. If you want to throw out a number, I'll take 28.
Big dog, that's $25 million you're leaving on the table.
But I'm also going to make some of that back.
That is $25 million you're leaving on the table.
If we win, I'm going to make that back.
That's a big if, man. That's a very big if.
But you got no chance to win big if you break the bank. None.
I do after that 25
you might
million.
Win one Super Bowl if everything comes together for you. But if you're a quarterback and you broke the bank, you're not going to win consistently. You're not going to be Tom Brady. You're not going to be Peyton Manning. You're not going to be Drew Brees. You're not going to be any of those guys.
Okay, Dak is 26, right?
Okay, take 26.
So give me that contract.
Yes. Okay.
He's 26.
Okay.
Give me that contract for 5 years. Let me cash it. Let me get my money.
Okay, that's fine.
When I'm 31 years old,
Then you worry about
I'll
winning
go
at
ahead.
31.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're still in your prime.
Then you're telling me something.
In today's NFL,
then you're telling me something.
When you got Tom Brady playing until he's 55 years old.
Something.
Come on, man.
Then you're telling me something. You're telling me winning is secondary to you. That's what you're telling me.
No, I'm saying that.
That's what you're telling me.
I need to take care of me and mine, you know, and $25 million is a lot of money.
Like Latrell Speedwell, I got to feed my family and $14 million a year don't cut it.
Hey man, I need
my
great grandbabies to be good.
At $26 million a year, you don't think you're creating generational wealth?
Yeah. I'm gonna be creating a lot more with $25 million more in my pocket at the end of 5 years.
Okay, but then you're not gonna be winning. At least not winning at a high level.
Big dog, but you're gonna tell me $5 million is gonna make a difference between your winning and losing or going to the Super Bowl? $5 million?
That could be a linebacker. That could be a DB.
Okay, for sure. That could be a Van Noy. And that's it.
That could be
it. That'll take us to a Super Bowl. $5 million difference.
Slim Shady with the donation again. Thank you so much, Slim. And thank you.
I'll be happy with $10 million a year to play a game for a living. I'll be happy for less than that.
Here's the thing. The way the salary cap is structured on all 32 teams, okay, is you have salary slots for positions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, mind you, when you have a special player, you can finagle that and move this one up and this one down. Okay. But if you're a quarterback and you break the bank, now all those slots just got lowered. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now instead of going after a Khalil Mack, you can only go after let me throw out somebody that's I'm trying to think somebody who was out there on the market that's a decent, a Robert Quinn.
Okay.
You think Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn are the same player?
No, but the difference between Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack is not $5 million. It's more like 15.
That's fine, but what I'm saying is, if the quarterback takes a discount, now your salary structure for each position looks better, looks different. So now you can go extra on this guy, because you can go a little bit lower on this guy because that quarterback gave you the flexibility.
Okay, fine. Look, I'll take a little bit of a pay cut. Just give me more guaranteed money.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I wouldn't want to do that.
All right. So I think that's what
Saeed brought up Joe Flacco with the Ravens. That's a perfect example.
What?
The Ravens were perennial contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Flacco broke the bank, got paid. How have the Ravens been since?
Ray Lewis and Ed Reed got old.
Oh, yes, that's true. But what happened to Joe Flacco's career? Hold on, but what happened to Joe Flacco's career?
He started getting old, man.
Joe Flacco's like 32 right now.
But he looks like he's 45.
But he's like 32, I think 32, 33 at most.
Yeah, because didn't he have like back surgery? Like Joe Flacco's messed up, man.
He did. But the fact is, they threw so much money at Flacco that then you saw them losing guys. And yeah, you're right. Ray Lewis and Ed Reed got retired and those things. But even T. Sizzle was gone from the team. And then you saw, it's
big dog. My thing is that you have to know that a lot of these players don't have that mentality. A lot of these players, where they come from, they want to get paid, man. So it's like either you have one. Listen. No, I'm saying that if you offer your quarterback 28 and he's whatever an unrestricted free agent, there's gonna be a team that's gonna come and take him away for 35. Then what's that gonna put you up in?
Put Bergie's comment. Thank you, Slim, again for that donation. Beautiful comment. I agree with you 100%, Bergie. I've been saying that for years.
Like an NBA.
I want to see a Bird exception.
Like an NBA.
Absolutely. Where you get to go over the cap to re-sign your own players. Because
they have to do that. But that goes exactly to the point that I was trying to make, is that the way that free agency is now, if you don't pay your guy, then he will become a free agent and he will be gone.
Well,
so
no,
by you not coming out of pocket, now you find yourself in a hole without a franchise quarterback, and your team's going to be mediocre for the next what? For the next how many years? So then how much money are you going to lose then in the long run? Because you don't want to come out of pocket for your quarterback now.
Okay, but
when you might lose him anyway, when a team is going to give him the money he wants.
Do you think Dak's going to get more than $34 million a year on the free agent market? Now the thing that Bergie said is true.
Maybe it comes down to guaranteed money, man.
That I have with the players' union. Here's the problem I have. What you have set up with the salary cap is you have set up cap casualties where you have a player who wants to stay with the team. The team wants the player back. The fans, love the player and they want him back, and they can't keep him because of the salary cap. And I think that needs to be fixed with a verdict.
Look how much money they gave Kirk Cousins. How much money? What's Kirk Cousins getting paid right now?
I think Kirk got paid like 28. I think he got 28 a year.
No, he just got an extension.
Check to see, but I think it was like 28.
But you're gonna tell me that Kirk Cousins was worth that contract? Yeah, he's gonna pay. He's gonna pay. Yeah, but this is my point, and this goes to exactly what I was trying to say. They gave him an extension of 3 years, $84 million.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how much guaranteed money?
How much?
$84 million.
That's fine then.
So you want me to take a pay cut? I'll take a pay cut for sure. But just give me all that guaranteed money up front. That's all I'm saying.
Guarantee the contract. That's fine. I'll do that.
Because that is not gonna hurt the team.
Correct. I'll do that. I'll give you the guarantee. I'll take more.
That's my only argument. That's my only argument. Is give me a lot of. If you want me to take less money, hey, I have no problem taking less money. Give me more guaranteed money.
That's fine. No, I agree.
And then we're good.
Listen, the thing is, in the NFL, we have seen it now over and over and over again. We have seen that the way to win in the NFL consistently is your quarterback has to be. You have to have him on discount because then you're allowed to keep the talent around him.
How much money do you think Mahomes is going to get paid?
Listen, Mahomes is the one that could break the bank.
So it's different when it's Mahomes.
No, but that's the point. If he's going to break the bank, does he want to be Marino or does he want to be Brady? That's what Mahomes has to decide right now because
he already got his ring. We heard he already got his ring.
Okay, he has that talent. Okay, does he want to be Marino and be the lone guy trying to get you there every single year, or does he want to be Brady to have help around him? So he keeps getting rings.
Okay, fine. But bringing up the Marino situation, did the Dolphins not win because Marino was taking up a lot of money?
No, back then it wasn't the salary cap. Back then the issue was, although part of his career was a salary cap because the salary cap started in the 90s.
Right.
But part of his problem was we drafted John Bosa. He didn't work out.
Okay, but that's my point, Big Dog, is that it's not promised.
At running back didn't work out.
But that's my point. It's not promised that you're going to win in the NFL. In the NFL,
it's promise that you're not if you break the bank at quarterback. Because Russell Wilson has been playing that position as well as anybody in the NFL for the last few years, and he can't even sniff the Super Bowl because of the situation. A young man who had been in the Super Bowl twice without him being the player that he is now. Berg, you a donation. Thank you guys so much for all donations, man. You guys are amazing the way you support the channel. Bergie says, what's hurting the big deals is the player doesn't pan out and gets shipped away and the prorated money still counts against the cap for a few years. That's also a big problem, Bergie, without a doubt. Yeah. The thing is, you have to, as a quarterback, you have to make a decision. And that decision is, do I want every last penny or do I want to win to maximize my chances to win?
Okay, so Russell Wilson making $35 million a year. What kind of pay cut should he have taken in order for the front office to try to build a team around him?
Again,
28, 20, like 28.
28. Yeah, 28. I mean, you got an extra $7 million. You got an extra $7 million to play with a year. I mean,
I'm fine with that as long as
that's what I'm saying.
give me the guaranteed money. That's it.
Give
But a lot of teams are not willing to do that, big dog.
Then you know what?
So then you're in a pickle.
Then you're gonna get what you get.
Okay, fine. But I'm just saying, like,
don't give me that tweet. Don't send out that tweet. I'm all about winning.
Oh, okay. No,
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you're all about winning because you're not.
For sure. A perfect example, Carmelo Anthony.
There you go.
Perfect example is Carmelo in the NBA.
Tom Brady is the GOAT.
No question.
Never broke the bank of his entire career.
Yeah, but I think that's because
at least in part because of that.
Yeah, but I think that's because he was brainwashed by New England, and he would like go through these like insane robot therapeutic sessions where they would like program him a certain way,
stuff like that.
It's like a secret society, the Patriots. I tell you, man.
Dude. Listen, I saw it. Okay, mind you, interest of full disclosure, my favorite basketball player of all time was Magic Johnson. Okay, but Magic took a discount his entire career.
Yeah,
because he wanted to keep Kareem and Byron Scott and James Worthy, and he wanted to have all those players around him. And Magic took a discount. Magic has 5 rings because of it.
Yeah. Hey, LeBron didn't take no discount.
LeBron took a discount with Miami.
With Miami, not with Cleveland, though.
Yeah, okay, but he took a discount with Miami.
Yeah,
at least it showed that he wanted to win.
Yeah. He also made Wade miss out on quite a few $1 million. But let's not get into that.
There you go. Bergen made up a great point. And now Magic took those discounts and one of the richest athletes in history because of all his investments that he did off the field.
Players have a lot more control nowadays, man.
That's the problem.
Players have a lot more control nowadays.
You have to decide. Absolutely, Dwayne Wade took a discount to win.
It's almost his whole career. That's why he left to Chicago. He was like, screw this, I'm not doing this anymore, man. Pay me. And Riley was like, yeah, but Wade, come here. Let me talk to you, man. And Wade was like, I'm done doing it.
Why did Pat Riley tell him that?
Well, I'm sure it hurt Wade that Pat Riley panicked and threw all that money to Chris Bosh after LeBron left.
Of course it did. And there's a reason why they call Pat Riley the Godfather. You know why? Because he said, hey, it's not personal. It's only business.
That's fine.
Yeah, and that's it.
And then what happened to the Heat after D Wade left?
Oh, listen, but we ended up with a bunch of good young players. Slim Shady with a donation. Slim, thank you so much for the support. He says the perfect template is Tampa Bay with all the weapons they had before Brady. Then they pick up Gronk and Brady and still have cap space. There you go.
Yeah. I guarantee you this. But hold on. I guarantee you this. If Brady is not 43 years old and he makes this move 10 years ago, he's not going to get paid 10 mil less to go elsewhere. Like Brady's getting paid $25 million because he's gonna be 43 years old.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
What if Brady wasn't 43 years old? How much would Brady be worth?
Brady
take the same scenario 10 years ago.
The bank. He could have broken the bank anytime he wanted to in his career.
Why? Because he was that great. It wasn't gonna make a difference, right?
He already had 3 Super Bowl rings.
Okay, but that's my point.
The Patriots won the Super Bowl. Won the World Championship 2001, 2003, 2004. Yeah. Okay, so by the time Brady had his contract to break the bank, he already had 3 rings. And what did he decide? I don't want to break the bank. I want to keep winning. So then they could go out and get Randy Moss. They could pay Wes Welker. They could keep that defense. They could, have Richard Seymour, Vince Wilfork. They could keep Teddy Bruschi. They could keep all these guys. Those are the things that I'll give you a perfect example. I don't know if you guys, I know I'm an old head, but okay, when and Belichick, I guarantee you to this day, it still bothers Belichick to have to think about it. But they had to they had to get rid of Lawyer Malloy. Okay, Lawyer Malloy, people forget, And those first Patriot teams, those first 3 world championships, Lawyer Malloy as a safety, not only was he a great safety, team leader, checked all the boxes of what you want to see. And you know why the Patriots had to get rid of him? Because of Drew Bledsoe's contract. That's why they had to get rid of Lawyer Malloy.
Right.
Okay, now it didn't cost them. Then Brady took the discount, and they were able to go out and get Rodney Harrison. That's my point, man. You have to make a decision when there's a salary cap issue. Do I want to break the bank, or do I want to give myself the best chance to win?
You need to also have trust in the front office.
Correct. But I can tell you,
should Dak trust the front office right now?
I wouldn't trust Jerry Jones as far as I can throw him. He's a horrible GM. He needs to fire the GM, and he won't fire the GM because it's him.
Okay, so that's my thing. That's another thing you got to think about. Look at the situation Tom Brady was put in. Look at that organization. Compare that organization with the Cowboys.
Correct.
Do you trust that organization that if you're going to take less money, they're going to actually make the right moves to build a team around you, to take it to the Super Bowl, to make up on some of that money?
Then leave then. If that's the case, go somewhere else that you do trust the front office.
Oh, well, that's up to him. But
if what you want is just to break the bank, that's fine. Don't tweet out what a competitor you are, or that you're all about winning. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I don't know, man. That Cowboys front office is sketchy.
Dude, I agree with you.
So if I'm Dak and I'm getting the most I can get.
Okay, there you go.
But because I don't trust like right now.
Same thing. Murgy said the same thing.
Right.
But Saeed said something true. Pats never overpay. Pats
put yourself. Look.
Nobody.
Check this out.
They won't overpay anybody.
Check this out. Do you think that let's take the Dolphins for example. Okay, let's just take the Dolphins. When Tannehill got paid, he got paid, which was one of the highest in the NFL at the time. I think it was close to $20 million.
Right.
He should have taken less when we were making the moves that we were making and we were building the team that we were building around Tannehill. Should he have taken less? Should he have trusted the Dolphins front office to make the right moves?
The Dolphins were trying to make moves. They went out and got Ndamukong Suh.
Terrible. Okay. How much money?
Okay, yeah, they overpaid, but at the same time, they were making moves to try to win.
Questionable moves, man. Very questionable moves, man.
Listen, you're talking about two different things. At the end of the day,
you have to trust the organization that you're in, big dog. It's another dynamic of the situation. You got to trust the organization.
Every year, there's only one team that wins a world championship. Everybody else fails.
Yeah.
So you have one success and 31 failures.
Right.
Okay. But what you want as a player is to have the opportunity every single year to be that one, to be that team at the end of the year. Okay, Russell Wilson, before he broke the bank, had that opportunity. Went to the Super Bowl twice. Could have won twice.
Yeah.
Okay, hasn't been back since. Hasn't smelled the Super Bowl since. And the only way they even make the playoffs is because Russell pulls miracles out of his hiney, four times a year.
Yeah. No, Thomas, Tannehill's contract was that big. At the time, Tannehill was like top 3 in the league in terms of quarterbacks. It was a longer contract, so it looked better. And I think it might have been backloaded, but whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and I think we've been on this topic long enough. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's get some Canes.
Let's talk some Canes. What do we got?
Yeah. Perry never had that opportunity. Let's talk about that. I don't know that. What do you mean, Logan? 49 minutes. Yeah. Hey, this is the good thing about not being not knowing what the heck is going on right now, whether we're going to have a season or not, because sometimes we just take a conversation in a completely different direction.
That's true.
It's all it doesn't matter.
No, but let's talk about some Canes.
Yeah.
Everybody excited? Everybody happy? Everybody think we're gonna have a season?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's when you look at the kids. Perry, I disagree, Logan. I think Perry was given a legitimate shot this past year when Jaren won the job.
Yeah, he's gotten a couple opportunities.
No, I wouldn't say a couple because I don't think
he got the opportunity the previous year.
Huh?
He got the opportunity the previous year.
No, he didn't. Rick brought back.
Rick handled it horribly, but that doesn't mean he didn't get an opportunity. He got the opportunity,
but I don't think he got a fair shot because because you're gonna tell me that Rick didn't convince Malik to come back for his senior year because he wasn't gonna be promised something.
No, that's fine, but
we talked about it when it happened.
Yeah, but then he ended up getting an opportunity, and then he got pulled the Virginia game, and then he played again, then he got pulled again. Those type of things.
Yeah, but that was really bad management from Mark Rick, man.
If he lights it up, then there's no issue. There's no question who's a quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with Nkosi is the same thing that we talked about. Mechanically, he has issues in terms of being able to have consistent accuracy.
Yeah, he did beat FSU clearly, 100%.
He did. I mean, but we go back to the same thing. Is Logan? Thank you again for the donation. He says, "I truly believe Perry shines and starts in 2021." There's a possibility
for sure.
Absolutely that he starts.
I think he's gonna have
most experience.
Yeah.
There's a possibility. I mean, there's a possibility he beats out Matocha and Tyler Van Dyke and starts in 2021. But the thing with Nkosi is we're going to have those issues. We're going to have those inconsistent accuracy because of the mechanical issues that he has. And we've seen that now throughout.
Yeah. Although I think I'm a lot more intrigued with Perry because of the kind of offense that we're going to be running. I'm more intrigued than I was prior.
The same thing, though, is when you have inconsistent accuracy, you're always going to have issues maintaining a consistent offense. Because you have to remember, if you miss completely on a pass that you should make, now instead of being first down, now you're 2nd and 7 or second and. Those are the type of things that when you have inconsistent accuracy, it's impossible to overcome as a quarterback.
Yeah, and this is another thing. I'm glad you said it, HJS, because I didn't necessarily want to say it. But if the staff believed in Perry, they never would have tried to go out and get De'Eric. If you either have your quarterback or you don't, man. So I don't know. It's just I got to swing for it regardless.
No, I don't think that's the case at all.
I mean, it depends.
If Jaren would have stayed on the trajectory that he was on last year after the 6 touchdowns in Louisville and the beating of Florida State, we don't go out and get De'Eric King.
No, you don't. You don't.
So, his point is true. And now this is the third decision maker on Prairie, because we had Mark Rick, then we had Dan Enos, and now we have Rhett Lashley.
Right.
And all three thought we should upgrade at QB.
Sincerity says, thank you for the dono, Slim. He says, well, I'm 100% sure there will be a season, but I only see 1 or 2 more wins from last season. Slim, I hope you're wrong, Slim.
Yeah, I mean, I am more optimistic because Manny got me again and got me excited about the season because of De'Eric King, because of the additions, because of maturation, because
I agree with that,
of
Cynthia.
the class and what they bring. So I'm more excited about that season. But Slim, your point is valid because until we prove it on the field, we've had high expectations before and gotten zilch. So,
right. 3 to 4 more. Yeah, I don't want to make predictions yet on what I envision because, man, I was high.
We all were. We all were high in the
previous season.
Yeah, we all were. And our schedule's porous. Our schedule's porous.
Hey, 9 and 3 is very doable in my opinion, man.
I think a 10-win season is doable.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. So we'll see.
I guess. All love, in my opinion, of what I've seen. That's all. I didn't see what you said, Logan. Logan says this staff is lost in the sauce because they are young and inexperienced. We all know Sam Brooks was a starting linebacker on this team. He didn't start because the three linebackers were the staff kids. I don't know, Logan, man.
I mean, I
I
think
don't know if Sam Brooks was. I
ready
mean,
for it.
ready
Yeah.
for it yet, and I mean, you're gonna bench Shaq.
Yeah, I mean,
That's tough, man.
you could say that Sam maybe could have gotten some more playing time.
Oh, I think
and,
he for sure could have
and
gotten some more playing time.
and maybe used
And
them
yeah,
in like must pass situations where you have a little bit more athleticism on the field than you have with Shaq. But also remember Sam Brooks was a defensive end in college, in high school, so he's learning a new position. And of all positions to learn on defense, middle linebacker is probably the toughest.
yeah,
So
yeah. So that's a tough call, man. That's a tough call. But regardless, man, listen, I don't think
but
I don't think our linebacker play was, one of the main reasons why we had a down year. So
our main reasons was once again.
no, we know what the main reasons are. I'm just saying, like, I don't think if you would have started Sam Brooks, I mean, what difference was that going to make in terms of wins and losses on this team? So I don't know, man. Yeah, Sam was definitely better, but that walk-in was trash.
Oh, Ragone.
Oh, Ryan Rangone. Yeah,
Ryan Ragone. Yeah, that's the thing. It's we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening with the team going forward. But Manny's roster management and left much to be desired.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, man. But hey, look, we're gonna see him this year. So I think I'm excited. I'm excited just for the simple fact of we're going to see speed and real speed again when it comes to our linebackers on this team. That's no knock on on Pink or Shaq.
No.
But you got guys like Avery Huff and Sam Brooks, man. Hey,
a different level athletes.
Different level athletes,
Yep.
100%, big dog. So that's gonna be exciting to see.
Even out of our three linebackers, the best athlete of the three was McLeod, and we kept him. So he's
exactly.
back.
Yeah, and I'm glad McLeod's back.
I am too. I'm excited to see him play middle linebacker. I really am. I'm excited to see him play with Mike because I think that's should have been his position all along.
Yeah. Sigma says you guys really see Manny going into Alabama with a new quarterback. At least Perry has some starts.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, the only thing that could make that different is we don't know how much experience anybody's going to get, because if De'Eric stays healthy, hopefully, knock on wood, De'Eric's going to play every meaningful snap. Now, does that mean that we have some games that are blowouts where we get him a touch of snaps, where we get well, obviously Perry's going to get some snaps. If that's the case, then we don't know what type of experience they'll have going into 2021. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man. DVT or portfolio no QB.
One thing I would say is I think the
would
talent,
be better when the Coastal
is there. The talent is there. It's now there are players that are special, and we have a few of those players now. Because you could say, obviously, Rousseau is special, Jalen Phillips is special, De'Eric King is special. I think Avery Huff is special. I think Sam Brooks can be special. I'm trying to think. Bubba Bolden's special. We have some top tier talent now that can compete with anybody. So, but the question is going to be depth and then coaching to maximize that talent. That's where we've been lacking. So we have to get that fixed.
That's a good question, HJS. And our regards and our hellos to Zoe, man. I hope everything's going good with your little one, man. Who do you think is the biggest threat to win the Coastal, big dog?
Virginia. Virginia. I think Bronco Mendenhall always gets the most out of his team, and they're consistently solid on defense. I think Virginia's poised to be tough this year. I think both Virginias, actually, Virginia and Virginia Tech, will probably be our toughest opponents in the Coastal. I think those are the two we have to worry about.
Yeah, if I had to pick one, it'll probably be Virginia as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aiden is making the case that he's tired of seeing these transfer quarterbacks come in, man. He wants to see the quarterbacks that we have on the roster get developed properly and grow instead of just trying to go out every single cycle and trying to get a quarterback.
Chris A had a good one too. Put Chris A's comment up there.
Chris says, what's the one game you could see us upset? I feel like it would be week 1 against Temple, new offense, first week of the season, and no fans due to COVID could create the recipe for an upset.
That's probably a solid take, Chris. I would say I would probably go down the line though. That's a good question.
How is elite? I agree with that.
I don't know if you would consider Virginia Tech an upset, but playing Virginia Tech there, that's one of the toughest places to play on our schedule year in, year out. Obviously, we play at Virginia Tech every other year. But, we've had some really good teams go into Blacksburg and struggle. So I think that would be the one that I would definitely be worried about most. Would be at Virginia Tech.
That Temple game is, I mean, I get it.
No, that's a solid take, man.
Yeah, that's a very solid take. I get it. I
mean, we are the team that lost to FIU and lost to Louisiana Tech.
Yeah,
let's never forget that.
Yeah, but we're not.
Now I don't think we'll be that team, but until we prove that we're not, his point is valid.
That it's one of those things where, God, I want to contend that argument so bad, but I just gotta sit back and shrug my shoulders and be like, yeah, I guess we are, because I know that's not who we are, man.
Oh, I know,
and I know obviously we can't overlook anybody, but man, we are not like, come on, man. Like
I know talent-wise, I know we're much better than that. But until we go out there and prove it on the field,
I get that. I just don't care about it, and it's stupid. It's stupid, and I don't like it when people say that crap, because we're not that team, man. That got beat by FIU, and we're not that team that. Whatever.
I agree.
It is what it is.
But we have to do it between the lines.
We do, but it's stupid. Stupid. I don't like when people say it.
Cage for Life says he wants to see more Jeremiah Payton. Orange and Green Blood. As long as the D-line is dominant, our secondary will be all right. Dominance on D-line makes or breaks our defense. Defensive dominance helps offensive type of possession. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was great, man. Yeah, 100%. This defensive line could be special, man.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. The defensive ends that we have are embarrassment and riches. Why I didn't understand the Jason Blissett move from tackle to end. I really don't. I know they said he had trouble keeping the weight on, but it just, to me, it makes the athleticism that he has is such a plus at tackle, but not as much of a plus as at end.
Right.
But anyways, listen, we got Harrison Hunt there, Jalar Harley, and plus everybody else, John Ford, Jonathan, Jordan Miller, and of course, Nasty Nesta. So
man, we
should be fine. That defensive line should be dominant. Absolutely.
I'm just putting up the
Slim. Thank you so much, man. All you guys have been so generous with us. He says Junior Miami has been the most talented team in the Coastal since joining and only won it twice.
I know, yeah. Slim.
That's true.
Slim, I know, man. Oh my God. That's why I said I can't contend that argument. I can't. I have nothing to go on.
That's true, but
I just hate listening to it because I just know that none of those teams are as talented as we are, and it's so infuriating to me.
We've made underachieving a pattern, and that's a pattern that must be broken, and that's a pattern that's broken by having dogs, getting the right guys recruiting, and having the coaching staff that develops the players and holds them accountable. Yeah. So that's the big kind of underachieving.
Yeah.
A lot of people have North Carolina as being the biggest threat.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with Sam Howell.
Listen, he had an amazing freshman year. A true freshman, he had an amazing year.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see.
Anthony says, Big Dog, in your opinion, do you think it would benefit our soccer program to have an international recruiting arm in the athletic department so our soccer program can be dominant? Whoa.
Yeah, that's a good question. We haven't had a soccer question, but absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that's something that you have to recruit on a worldwide basis.
Yeah. Howell is definitely the real deal.
Sigmund said we had a few bad apples last year. That's true. That's 100% true.
Yeah. I like Cynthia's. That's what I'm talking about, Cynthia. That's the kind of energy I need. Let's just win 2020, 11 and 1 or 12 and 0.
There you go, Cynthia. I'm with you.
Let's get it, man.
The talent is there to do it. Now it's just a matter of going out and doing it. That's the reality of it.
Talent is there. We'll see if the coaching staff is there.
The coaching there.
Yeah. And I'll feel a lot better if our offensive line was a little more polished, should I say. I have seen Kings workout videos, man.
Having Jalen Rivers and Isaiah Walker.
They're true freshmen, Big Dog.
No. I'm not talking about even them starting. I'm not even talking about they might. But I'm saying it makes because we have depth now. We have a little bit of depth because last year,
but we still don't have experience.
No, we don't have experience, but we have depth.
Okay, we still don't have experience.
Building depth. That's a big plus.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
yeah, I guess.
Bergie says O-line will be better even if it happens by accident.
This is true, man.
That's true. Can't be worse.
Yeah, Anthony likes Garrett Justice, man. He says he's legit. We're in good hands. I mean, we'll see, man. I really like the Butch Berry hire, and I thought we were gonna be in good hands.
I did too. But listen, it's one thing that it showed us is there's a big difference coaching pros than coaching college, especially in the offensive line.
Yeah,
and I don't think Butch realized that. I think he realizes it now.
Maybe not. I don't know, man. So I saw the practices, and I was always, for some reason, on.
There's a difference between getting an NFL lineman and tweaking things to make him the best, and getting a high school lineman going into college, and then having to build the platform from the bottom up.
That makes perfect sense, Big Dog.
That's why I think Butch Berry failed.
That makes perfect sense. I never really thought about it that way. Yeah. I know, Aiden, man. Listen, it is what it is, man.
That's true. I mean,
we suck.
No. Listen, and that's one thing I would say to Canes fan. If you want to think about things positively, I would say one thing. I look at our team. I look at us on tape. And the talent isn't this idea that talent-wise we're 3-4 years away. I don't think that's anywhere near the truth. I think talent-wise we're there. Now, depth-wise, we're still a year away, 2 years away.
Yeah, but I think that goes hand in hand.
We're there.
I think that goes hand in hand with talent, though, Big Dog.
Correct, but now there's also development. Now we have to see that talent develop. And we have to see them playing up to that level.
Yeah. But I can't say that I think talent-wise we're there when we don't have depth. I put those things in the same category, at least for me. Like when you say, or if I want to say I think we have enough talent right now, is because we also have that talent and
experience, because that's the other problem is that a lot of that talent that we have isn't experience.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. Because I mean, look at
that makes us a year or two away.
But
this idea,
DJ Ivy or Al Blades, I mean, they're pretty much going to start. I mean, book it. You can make a case that Christian Williams might push for whatever it is, but let's just say experience wise. Now one of them goes down. Your other starting corner is going to
Correct.
be somebody that has absolutely
No experience.
at
Correct.
the college level,
Correct.
and
But
that's
my point
concerning.
is, when people talk about talent, and I don't, and you know how everybody here knows how I hate the star system. To me, it's ridiculous. But let's use it for this.
Corey, yeah.
DJ Ivy's a 4-star. Al Blades was a 4-star. Christian Williams was a 4-star. Takori Couch is a 4-star. You know, Marcus Clark ended up being a 4-star. You know, you keep going, Jalen Harrell, Isaiah Dunston. Those are all 4-stars. So, and go to the safeties, the same thing. Gervin Hall. Gervin Hall is the guy that Nick Saban landed the helicopter on the practice field to go get Gervin Hall. Bubba Bolden's a 4-star. So you look at our secondary. Our secondary has a dozen 4-stars.
Oh yeah, talent wise, but yeah, talent wise,
none of them. No, you know, Gervin has experience now, and Bubba has experience, and Al Blaze and DJ Abbey have experience, but nobody, you know, and obviously, and I forgot about Amari Carter, but they have experience, but nobody behind them has experience.
Yeah,
but they're talented.
And look, and Raymond right here makes an excellent point. He says, "Big Dog, can you develop kids if there's a constant revolving door of coaches?" You know, obviously,
perfect point.
It's tough.
Now,
100%.
Now, to be fair, obviously for different reasons, Alabama does it. You know, Alabama loses almost their entire staff every year, and they still develop players. Okay, so you can do it. Now, obviously, they're losing coaches for different reasons than we are. You know, our coaches are, some of them are getting fired for lack of production, but their coaches are going on to better jobs. But so you can do that, and in college, you're always going to have a lot of transition. We just haven't had the right coaches in place. So hopefully, we have those down.
Right. Yeah, it's been a disaster, to say the least.
But Raymond's point is valid, though, Raymond. I'm not, you know, poo-pooing on your point at all. It's like that poo-pooing. Yeah. But I mean, it's true. When you have a revolving door, it's really hard to maintain continuity and to maintain the improvement level and the development of players. That's we need stability there, and I agree with you 100%. And Daryl, the scheme hasn't been the right scheme. Obviously, offensively. Defensively, the scheme is fine. I don't like.
I wouldn't say fine.
No. The scheme is great. I don't like the way that they use certain players, but the scheme is fine. Attacking 4-3, I love that. I love the way that we play. I have no issues with that. So defensively, our scheme is fine, but offensively, it's a you like that, Anthony poo-pooing. But offensively, the scheme is.
So do you think that?
Lastly, we are playing an up-tempo spread for the first time, really, in our history.
Right.
Where there's what 80 different schools in Division I play that already, have an up-tempo spread. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the thing, Raymond. We just had the wrong coaches, but your point is absolutely 100% valid, though. It's really hard to maintain development when you have a revolving door of coaches. Now, hopefully, if those coaches are the right coaches, then it's easier. But you're right. That point is valid.
Yeah.
That's also true. The Bama spends $1 billion a year in football. Do you think the technique Manny wants the quarter to play with is what's hurting them? Sigmund, good question. Good question, Sigmund. No, I don't. I wish I could say it did, but we saw amazing development with Michael Jackson. Amazing development. You know, Michael Jackson looked like when he first got there, he looked like he didn't belong on the field, and worked himself up to a point that he at least got drafted and actually was a good college cornerback. Would I like to see a tweak in the way we play on our DBs, on our quarterbacks? Yes. I would like a tweak. So your point there, Sigmund, is 100%. I would like that to be tweaked. I do think we need to play a little differently. I think we need to be a little bit more aggressive, more press. That I want to see from our corners. So yeah, I don't, and I agree with Daryl too. I mean, I don't like the scheme that we play with our cornerbacks, but I don't think that's the reason that they haven't developed.
Hey, we got Slim keeps on asking if we're doing call-ins, and last time I said I was gonna get them in here, and I never got them in here, so I'm gonna open up the lines very quick. Okay. I'm gonna have Slim call in.
Sounds good.
It's funny. I went to sign into our Google Voice and forgot somebody changed their password, but it's a pretty easy password to remember.
Oh,
really easy password to remember.
I remember it. Yeah. Guys, please hit the like button if you haven't already, and those who are new to us, please subscribe and hit the notifications bell and press all so you get notified on all our videos, and we release extra videos and have a live.
Man,
put in a plug there real quick.
Would you? Oh man, we got voicemails. Woof, Big Dog. We gotta listen to these voicemails, man. I got voicemails from everybody.
All right,
a lot of people. All right, hey Slim, I'm
point.
Slim, do you know the number?
It can't be done.
See if Slim knows the number, because
if not, put the number up for Slim.
I think I have. Yeah, I think I have Slim saved. Actually, hold on.
I agree, Thomas. I agree that's a very natural trait, but I do think the ability is there.
There you go.
And I do think we have some guys at corner that have ball skills.
When the headphones come off, it's game time for phone calls.
Oh, Slim said he called and went straight to voicemail.
All right, Slim, call again.
Call again, Slim.
Call again, Slim. Call again, Slim. I couldn't do it again to Slim this week. There we go. We got Slim. There we go. What's going on, Slim?
What's going on, gentlemen?
How's it going?
Oh, I'm making it. Staying busy.
You sound tired, man.
I drive a truck for a living, and we're getting into our busy time.
Absolutely. You guys are the ones that are keeping our country going.
Trying to. They've been running us as hard as they can.
Yeah. If it wasn't for truck drivers, Slim, this would be a whole different world right now with all this pandemic going on. You guys are the ones that are keeping food in people's stomachs. And all the other stuff.
Something as important as that, but
what's that?
I said I wish I was hauling something as important as that, but
what are you hauling?
At the moment, I've got a tanker full of asphalt.
Well, everything is needed, man.
All kinds of stuff, tankers, like this. We run all kinds of stuff.
That's what my old man did his whole life. My old man was a truck driver. Teamster Local 769.
I've only been doing it for a couple of years. I've had my CDL for longer with other jobs I had. And I got tired of being on call, away from home all the time. Believe it or not, I actually spend more time at home driving a truck than I did before.
Good. That's the one thing my old man never liked, though. He never liked on the road, over the road. He didn't like that. So he always had those type of jobs where he could sleep in his own bed.
Yeah, I hit it hard for like the first year while my daughter was still little, and matter of fact, I already paid off my house. And once I did that,
that's awesome, man.
Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that stuff. Most I'm gone now is maybe 2 nights a week.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, especially with that little one, man. You don't want to miss. Trust me. Take it from an old man, Slim. That time that you have with your little girl. Man, you're gonna, when you get to be an old fart like me, you're gonna like the fact that you spent all that time, because those memories are what's going to carry you the rest of your life.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's why I don't do it.
Right.
I did my time with it, and I spent years working the road, going from plant shutdown to plant shutdown, oil refineries, steel mills, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just tired of being on the road. But no, as far as this season goes, here's the thing. I'm not even really that upset that they changed offensive coordinators. I mean, I don't necessarily agree that the scheme was the problem because, I mean, Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, they all run a multiple offense. The only difference is common differences between offensive coordinator. But my biggest thing and why I only think that they're going to win another game or two a year is honestly the attitude of a lot of the players last year.
That's fair.
I don't know if Manny can get them back, or all of a sudden, it's almost like you do like raising a kid. I can't let my daughter get away doing something, then all of a sudden decide to tell her, well, now you can't do that anymore.
That's a great point. That's a great point. And I think that's the challenge that Manny's going to face this year, because if he thinks that he could tighten the rein now on players that last year saw him not do it, that's a tough road to hoe.
And that's my biggest concern going into this year.
Yeah, but the only pushback I will have on that is the players that we got coming in.
Oh, true. That they're guys that hold themselves accountable, and in terms of their preparation, their mentality, absolutely.
Right. So then when it comes to maybe Manny making a decision on these was a high maintenance, low performing guys.
Yeah.
You take a guy that's low maintenance and it's a high performer, but he might be a true freshman, but he gives you a good reason, to start him over whoever's giving you an issue. When last year, I don't know if we had the flexibility.
There was an opportunity lost last year.
There was, but I think the fact that of the amount of high character guys that we're getting in this 2020 recruiting class, I think that's going to help out Manny make those decisions that you're talking about, Slim. I think that really is going to help and change the culture and in general.
Ed Reed here also helps change the culture.
Ed Reed and just weeding out some bad apples that felt like we had. Maybe Darren was one of those. Maybe Lorenzo. Some other guys.
Jeff Thomas was definitely one of them.
Jeff Thomas was a bad apple. So I mean, the fact that we got rid of some guys and the fact that we got high character type guys, for the lack of a better term, I think that is something that's the only pushback I have on that comment. But I think your point is well taken, and I think that is indeed a concern. But I feel like I don't think the fans are the only ones that are excited about Canes football again. I think the kids are as well. I think they share some of that enthusiasm that we as fans have. Getting Derek King, getting Roche, running the spread. I mean, that's going to make the offense excited. So I think that a lot of things that the fans are excited about, these kids are going to be excited about. So I think that they're going to buy in. I think they're going to buy in. Now, if things go south and we see Manny manage,
the way he did last year,
if things do go south, then I think, then
his career as head coach is going south too.
We might be in trouble once again, man.
Yeah.
But I feel a little bit better about all those things I laid out.
But Slim's point is valid though.
No, but it is valid, 100%. Yeah.
You can't tell a kid you're grounded today for doing the same thing that yesterday you laughed.
Right, and that's what Slim's saying. Yeah.
That's what Slim's point is.
Right.
So, and that's valid.
And I can't can't really knock Junior's point too much because there's a few people that I talk to offline, and one of them I talk to pretty regularly. He basically made the same argument, and he included a lot of guys from the 2019 class as well. And he thinks maybe that's why Manny redshirted as many of them as he possibly could.
Right.
Which could be, maybe, and it would make sense. I can follow the logic of that argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as far as De'Aaron King, I'm not sold.
You're not sold? Did you watch our breakdown?
I did. And
okay.
I also watched his, now granted, I understand they were highlights, but I watched highlights from 2018. But here's the thing. It's a big if you're ever going to see that 2018 De'Aaron King ever again.
You think? Because of the knee?
Like that.
Because of the knee?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I've always added when we talk about De'Aaron King and where De'Aaron King could take us, I've always added the disclaimer of if we see the De'Aaron King of 2018.
If he's healthy, right. If he's 100%.
What he's saying is true. It's not promised, but
normally when you have a knee injury, that second year is when you're back to 100%.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right. Well,
so
there's also the argument I've brought up to you before, Big Dog, that everything De'Aaron King's done has been in a conference with high power offenses and absolutely no defense.
True. That's valid too.
It was a non-Power 5 version of the Big 12, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, and to me, there's too much in the air with him to really get excited. And then I'm not sold on Rhett Lashley either. He was fired from Auburn for a reason. His offense was underperforming.
Right.
That, and then there's the fact that his, this up-tempo, high-tempo spread offense, it's basically another version of Chip Kelly's offense.
Yeah.
Never won a national title.
Again, that's valid. But there have been teams that have won national titles with that spread. That's my,
true, just up-tempo spread like that? Who?
Well, you have to remember when Lane Kiffin was at Bama, Lane was running an up-tempo spread. He wasn't running that multiple offense. And they did win a title with Lane there.
Relied heavily on their run game above everything else.
But listen.
Before Tua, they've never had.
But Slim, a great quarterback.
They've never had a high-power quarterback.
Correct. But remember, the spread is a running offense. That's one thing that I'm dying to do a breakdown of a spread. To give you an idea, the third running back for SMU last year, I believe he had more carries than DJ Dallas had. So obviously they also ran more plays because they ran 80 plays a game. But a spread's designed to run the ball. Okay, the base part of the spread, even though you see 4 wide receivers sometimes, it's still a running offense because what they're doing is they're getting people outside of the box. So we'll do a breakdown, but the spread is really designed to be a running offense. I believe we'll run the ball over 50% of the time.
Really?
Yep. Because what he's trying to do with the spread is if I have 5 linemen, quarterback, running back, and you have 6 guys in the box, guess what? I have a numbers advantage. So now, by the way, not only am I going to run the ball, I'm going to run the ball and go up tempo where you can't substitute. And now here's the addition. If I come out in 12 personnel, you have to make a decision. Are you playing base or are you playing nickel? Because I'm going to come out with Brevin and Will Mallory, let's say, plus 2 receivers and 1 running back. So that's 12 personnel. So now you have to make a decision as a D coordinator. Are you playing nickel or are you playing base? If you're playing nickel, guess what I have now? I have a heavy set where I got 2 tight ends in and 1 running back, and you're playing nickel. So now I can run the ball down your throat all the way down the field, and you got a choice. You can either call a timeout or start having those fake injuries that Butch Davis did last year. Because the spreads...
Well, don't forget, too, they can, if you swap out a player, they can, too. The NCAA changed that.
Correct. But that's the thing is we don't have to swap out. So if we go at 12 personnel with Brevin and Mallory on the field with 2 receivers and let's say Cam Harris, okay, if you're in nickel, we're not gonna change. We're gonna stay in that same 12 personnel. So we're gonna drive down, and the thing is, I'm eliminating now. If I split Brevin and Mallory out wide, what are you doing? You're putting 6 in the box. So even if I keep him in, now you got 7 in the box, but now you have a linebacker covering Will or Brevin. That's the thing is that the spread's designed to give you an advantage on one of the 3/3 of the field, on either where the box is, the boundary side, or the field side. And as soon as I get that advantage, that's the side that I'm willing to attack. So if I get that advantage in the box, I'm going to run the ball right down your throat. And that's what the spread's designed to be, a running offense.
Yeah, but even though we thought we were going to get something like that,
Right? We were going to get the with Enos, but then he said
the West Coast spread.
He blamed it. Yeah, the spread coach.
The spread coach.
He called it, and he says he blamed it on the players, basically saying that the players weren't smart enough to run up tempo. That's why Enos didn't go up tempo and didn't put more spread concepts.
Yeah, you heard the players.
I think Jaron had trouble. Early in the season with trying to go tempo because you saw a lot of the delay of game penalties earlier in the year.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And all of a sudden we didn't have when Perry got in the game. It's like
absolutely
understanding the calls being sent out more than Jaron was.
Right. And I think that probably was the case. And especially when we found out later that Jaron wasn't exactly hitting the playbook as hard as he could.
Yeah, he was hitting other things.
Yeah, he was hitting other things. But no, I think we're going to see. I think it's a better fit for the players because you have to remember the players in South Florida. That's what 90% of the schools are running in South Florida and the Tri-County area.
Yeah, but
they're running spread offense.
But you heard Mike Harley talk about it when they talked about how it was going with learning last year's offense and whatnot. And do I still have this open? Wait a second. Sorry. And he said that basically he was almost done with the playbook. Yeah. Because of how simplistic the offense was and whatnot. So that's going to benefit these kids quite a bit, man.
Yeah, that's the thing, Slim. That whole spread coach that Enos is running, it wasn't. First off, that's a great offense if you have a dominant offensive line, which you obviously do not. Okay, that's number one. Number two is it's a multiple offense like that is more difficult to master, and we had a lot of lack of experience everywhere. So, but that point is valid.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that, and the offensive line. But regardless of what offensive line coach you bring in, your problem's not fixed in a season, and I think that's something people need to realize.
Also true.
It's not gotta be. You could bring in the best offensive line coach in the history of football. You're not fixing an offensive line in one season.
True, 100% true.
And I put it in the comments earlier. I agree with what you said about Butch Berry as far as there being a difference between coaching NFL players and coaching college players, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a fail because it's only 1 year. And coaches realize they have to make changes over time, and he's not going to do it in a year either.
I agree. I will tell you the one thing I do hold against Berry is even more than the struggles that we had in the offensive line, Slim, was in the North Carolina game when we put in Kayleon Herbert and Zalante Hillary. They looked like they had not played football ever. That's how bad they look. Okay. I don't want to trash the kids.
You know,
but they look like they were standing.
Everybody heard what Romberg and McKinney had to say about the guys not taking it seriously.
Right.
Also true. Also,
you can't.
And Zalante was the one that they had singled out and they actually called them out publicly. So I agree with you there. That that's also on them. But the thing is, to me, they look completely ill prepared to play. They look like they were standing on I-95 and cars were running by them. Am I exaggerating? You remember what I'm talking about.
Right.
We put the young defensive end, the one, and he's talented. We put him in Canton already. We put him in the Hall of Fame because the way we made him look.
Oh man, I know.
So I do hold that on Butch.
Right.
To an extent, but you're right.
And I said at the beginning of last season, I don't make any judgments after the first year. I think you need a minimum of 2. I like to give at least 3.
That's fair.
Because that gives you a chance to get players in and develop.
That's fair.
Now, a big thing. Now, I don't know how many people saw it, but I listened through that. I listened to the Through the Smoke podcast, and right after the season ended, they had Brandon Harris on.
Mm-hmm.
And Brandon Harris, what he had to say about what was going on in practices is what gave me the mindset of is Manny going to be able to turn this around? Because he flat out said none of the offensive players liked Dan Enos because Dan Enos yelled at him.
Right. Right. No.
That to me, that shows a mentality of players. Something like that, you almost can't do anything with.
Right.
Well, at the end of the day, that's what I hold most against Manny. Was because he allowed that. He allowed that type of thing and did not crack down on and made players accountable. So I 100% agree with you there.
And that's what really shaped my opinion on taking a lot of the blame of the offense off of Dan Enos. Because the players get that mentality in their head.
Correct.
You're not going to get the best out of them.
Correct. But at the same time, though, that the play calling was abysmal at times. Abysmal. And that's on Dan Enos.
At times, I agree. But at the same time, perfect example. The FIU game. You line up 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 from the 1-yard line, and you simply cannot outmatch FIU players.
Correct.
That's not play calling. That's just effort.
Correct. And that goes back to what I was saying is that as a coach, what I tell my players there is I'm going to run it up your backside, Corey Gaynor. Okay? It's your job to get him into the end zone. It's your job to move that line of scrimmage. So, but that's something, Slim, that you build that toughness, not when it's 4th and 1. You build that toughness in July. You build that toughness in August. And they did not do that. And at the end of the day, those are the things that I hold Manny. People, and I said this 100 times during the course of the season last year, is people thought I was turning on Manny because of what the record was. That wasn't the case at all. What I was turning on Manny was that what he promised us, that with the new Miami, the TNM, we were going to have a change in culture. He did not have the stones to make it happen because he allowed the players to I'm not going to say run the ship, but he allowed the players to be less than what they were. And at the end of the day, as a coach, my number one responsibility to you is to make you be the best version of yourself that you can be every single day. But if I don't hold you accountable to that standard, Slim, that's never going to happen. Unless you're self-starter.
It's like I think me and you were talking about that exact thing when we both called into Alonzo's show a few months ago. If they had gone 4-8, but Manny had said half the starters that didn't give effort on the bench,
there you go.
He got a contract extension.
There you go. Absolutely. That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Now,
that's my point.
I know I'm coming across as a Debbie Downer on this season. I think I was talking to Pigskin Pete about it. You could talk me into a scenario with as good as I think this defense is going to be, where we could have 2017 all over again.
Absolutely.
It's just so dominant that, we rattle off 10, 11 wins.
Absolutely.
Because I think that front seven is going to be a nightmare for anybody in the country.
I agree.
Now, like some other people have said, DJ Ivy, get your head out of your ass. Georgia Tech, that's your fault.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
No, our corners have me a little concerned, and our lack of depth at corner has me concerned.
No,
But
I wouldn't say lack of depth. I would say lack of experience.
Lack of experience depth. Absolutely. Thank you for correcting me. That's what I mean is lack of experience depth.
Right.
But I do think
there's plenty of talent there.
Yeah, there
correct. Is. And I think that dominant front seven is going to make our defense be that 2017 defense again. Absolutely.
And like I said, I could see that happening because I think I have enough confidence in the front seven. We could have a lackluster secondary, but that front seven is going to make quarterbacks make mistakes. Correct.
And it's gonna make them hurry up their internal clock.
Right.
Absolutely.
It will make people make mistakes and can kind of, hide some deficiencies in the secondary if there is any. Kind of like how, De'Aaron King, if he is at 100%, can hide some deficiencies in the offensive line.
Right.
True. Well, and up tempo also hides deficiencies in the line. Slim, that's another thing. When you run up tempo, you're not allowing that front seven of the other team to substitute. So now you're getting guys gassed. And when you have a 10, 11, 12 play drive, by the end of that drive, you have guys sucking wind on defense. Because remember, the single thing that's most tiring on the field is the front seven trying to avoid blocks and to rush the passer or to chase the running back. That's more tiring than anything the offense does. So by the end of that up-tempo drive, you have guys on defense that are not bringing 100% anymore. Now they're bringing 80%. And that makes your offensive line be that much better. Because now they're not getting the other team's best every single down.
As long as your team is conditioned.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we were conditioned last year. That's one thing that we have to say, because even look at the lack of injuries that we had last year during the season. In the spring, it was god awful. We had a rash of things going sideways. But during the season, for the most part, we stayed healthy and guys were in shape.
Right.
So I'm not concerned about that. Now, specific guys like Devon Donaldson, Jalen Rivers, because I want Jalen. I love Jalen. That's one of my favorite players of the 2020 class. Yeah. But I'd like to see Jalen at 315, 310, not at 330. Yeah. So I mean, we have some guys that definitely need to hit the conditioning aspect more.
Yeah.
But
Slim, man, I got some babies to feed and some babies to bathe. So. But we appreciate you calling in,
absolutely,
man.
Slim. Thank you. Love your call.
Can we get you up on just one more win? Can you say like 2 or 3 before you leave?
No, he said. I mean, he said he could see
I
2017.
could see 10 or 11 happening.
Okay.
With the defense being as good as I think they can be.
Okay,
that's fair.
I like that.
Like I said, most of my questions are on offense, and a lot of
Understandably
them are really just going to revolve around, De'Aaron King. What is he really going to be? And Brett Lashley, because I see the advantages of his offense, but him also being such a young offensive coordinator. I saw Kendall Briles cost FSU a couple of games last year because he was young and at times didn't know when to slow that offense down. And I'll give you a perfect example. I was watching the Florida State-Virginia game. If he would have just slowed down on Florida State's last possession instead of running 3 plays as quick as he can and got a 3 and out, and gave Bryce Perkins the ball back with 5 minutes left instead of maybe just 2 minutes left.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You could overdo anything. Absolutely.
If I can see that out of Rhett Lashley, speed it up when it needs to be, slow it down when it needs to be. Like I said, I could see 2017 or better because I think that defense is going to be an absolute nightmare.
There you go.
All right. I'm hanging up, Slim. So 10, 11 wins. Got you. You're on record, Slim. Hey, Slim. Hey, I'm just playing with you, man. Hey, we appreciate you calling in, man.
Thank you, Slim, for calling in. Thank you for all the support, partner. You have a great night.
Yes, sir.
Y'all too. All right. No, I mean, listen, what he said is 100% valid.
No, it is.
10, 11 wins, is that a possibility? Absolutely.
Yeah,
do we have the talent? Do we have the talent to do it? Absolutely. Let's see if we do it.
Right. His concerns are justified and are understandable on the offensive side of the football. I think there are question marks there. Some people just.
One thing I will say is this. Okay. And I've said this before. But I think it's, sometimes you can see big things out of little things.
Right.
Okay. Dan Enos not laminating his play sheet in the rain against Duke showed me that that suit of being the OC and the offensive head coach basically was too large on him.
Okay. We knew what we had in Dan Enos before a
correct.
Laminated play.
But that was the nail in the coffin for me. Seriously, dude.
Well, Lashley laminates his.
No, I know it's a small thing,
right?
But dude, in major college football, I have never seen an OC in the rain not have a laminated play sheet. Never.
I know. I got it. Hey, man, I'm hearing my babies cry, man. So hey, listen, Slim, man, thank you so much for the phone call. We always appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much for your donos, and that goes to anybody else that donated tonight, man. And those of you that didn't donate, thank you. Just the same.
Absolutely.
So if you guys can, least you can do, hit that like button. If you guys are new here, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button. So you can get notified anytime me and the Big Dog upload a video. We're gonna be uploading up. Video's already done. Okay, so this will happen in the next coming days, probably this weekend. Keyshawn Smith, one of our favorite recruits of this class, breakdown like we always do it. So we're gonna be releasing that this week. And yeah, man. Hey, listen, it was an amazing live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for hanging out with me and the Big Dog for a couple of hours, man. But all good things must come to an end, at least for the time being.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you got anything else, Big Dog?
That's it. I saw some great comments there at the end that from Raymond Reddington and stuff. I 100% agree with him. But we'll see. I'm excited. He made me buy in. So
I'm excited too, man. Now I gotta go feed these little savages.
Give my grandbabies, give them a big kiss and a hug from their old grandpa.
We'll do. Hey, man, we love you guys as always.
It's all about this you. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Have a good night.